Hello, my name's Blossoms and welcome to another Genshin Impact video, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be starting a series called Team Comp Tuesday, and essentially what this is going to be is I'm going to be showing you guys one or two team comps that I've really been enjoying lately and just kind of show them off to you guys and tell you guys why I like them and kind of how they're supposed to function. And the reason this came about is because in the past I have created team comp videos, and those are really fun to do and pretty cool. However, they get outdated relatively quick as we get a lot of characters in the game pretty quickly, relatively speaking. So a lot of times I get in the comment section like, what about X character? And that character wasn't out when I made the video, and I don't mind responding to those comments. I think they're great, but I feel like it makes some of those videos irrelevant a lot quicker than I'd like them. So I think just making a more freeform series where I just show you guys a couple of cool team comps is a lot more effective way to just kind of show those things off. So that's what we're going to be trying to do here. Now, of course, this is a new series, so if you guys want to see anything in particular, or if you want me to incorporate anything extra in these videos that I don't incorporate in this one, please let me know in the comment section below, as I'd really love to make these videos as fun or as cool as possible as you guys would like. But without further ado, let's go ahead and show off some of these team comps that I want to show you guys. So first and foremost, we're going to be having a Kazuha team here, and second, we're going to be having a Yanfei team. I've been meaning to show you that Yanfei team for a while, as you know, I got caught up moving and I got sick and stuff, so I postponed that video and I kind of forgot all about that. So we're going to be finally showing off that team comp in the second half of the video, and so stick around for that one. I think it's going to be really fun. But the first team here is going to be Karehara, Kazuha, Tartaglia, Fischl, and Shinsho, and this is largely an electro charged team comp, as you might imagine here. And the whole concept around this was the fact that Kazuha and Tartaglia pair so well together, because Kazuha is really able to bunch up enemies very effectively, and Tartaglia is really happy when all of his enemies are bunched up. And then I kind of wanted to pair an electro unit with that because of the fact that we get the electro charge going, and Kazuha could buff both electro and hydro simultaneously. And since you're continuously doing those damages all the time, it makes it really good, as he's not only debuffing with the Viridis and Veneris set, but he's also buffing both of the elements. And then we finally have a final piece like Shinsho here, who's going to act as kind of our healer and extra hydro applier. He also provides some hydro shred at Constellation 2, which is really good as well. Now, the thing is here, Shinsho can be replaced here. You could easily replace him with somebody like Barbara, who also gives a hydro damage bonus in her constellations. Or you could even put Bennett here, who just gives a damage bonus to the team and also unlocks the potential to get vaporized and is a little bit better of a healer. So I do think Bennett might be a better overall unit. However, Shinsho makes it easier to facilitate the buffing of Hydro and Electro, which is what I really enjoy, is those Electro charged kind of moves that you can do. And I have Fischl here, but you could easily put in somebody like Beta or even Lisa, but I think Fischl is going to be the most effective, as Fischl does have that passive to deal extra Electro damage whenever a reaction is done, whether it's Swirl or Electro charged. And she also can just apply Electro insanely fast, especially if you ever at something like Constellation 6, where Oz is just going to attack whatever you're attacking, and it makes it so much easier. And she is so good in this team. This team is actually incredibly effective. It's really good in Abyss, and it can deal some really good single target damage as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show off this team a bit. All right, so first and foremost, let's go ahead and bully the Pyro Regisvine here. This team is absolutely going to demolish him. I've done this before, and it's a little out of hand, honestly. And we've shown in the past how Kazuha can kind of handle this by himself. So when you get the whole team involved, you absolutely annihilate this guy. We didn't even use Tartaglia's Q at all. We didn't need to. We probably didn't even need to use Kazuha there, but I did want to show off just how kind of crazy they can be. And I think we should still have the buffs there. No, we don't. I went out to show you guys, on some random open worlds mobs that you can indeed get both of the damage bonuses there. So you see I'm getting an electro damage bonus and a hydro damage bonus on Kazuha here, which is of course going to extend to the entirety of the team here, which is pretty darn sweet. You see he's got an 89% hydro damage bonus on Tartaglia now, and Fischl is getting more stuff as well here. So I just wanted to show off that was possible. We didn't really get to show off the buff on the Pyro Regisvine there because we just annihilated it, but let's go ahead and show it against some mobs in the Spiral Abyss. So first of all, we're going to show him on floor 11, which is just going to be absolutely ridiculous because Kazuha is ridiculous on this floor in general. And then we'll go ahead and show him off on floor 12, 1. That's going to show the crowd control potential of all of these guys and what they could do. Gonna try not to kill everything too fast. I'm not really worried about the health of the turret here this time around, as I might normally be. We somehow swirled pyro on one of those guys because their torches were lit. But you can see that Kazuha here is going to deal a lot of damage and really have no issues handling the whole situation by himself. But we'll try and use Tartaglia a bit more here since he's supposed to be our DPS. And we are definitely benefiting from those bonuses there. If we got that swirl there. And that poor chump just spawned into that. But yeah, you can see this seems very effective in a group setting. I wasn't even really trying to protect the thing, and we still managed to have like 86% on the health there. But that is in large part due to the animo just being broken. Let's go ahead and go to 12-1 just so you guys can see that it is viable in that kind of endgame environment. Alright, 12-1 here. I don't think there's going to be too much of a problem. The only thing this team lacks is really like a shielder or something, but we do get the damage res from the homie Xingqiu here. I mean, get some iframes from some of our abilities like Kazuha and Tartaglia there, so that's pretty good. But you can see we are getting a ton of reactions going without a problem, and we constantly have our abilities right now. And the nice part about this is you can have like multiple DPSs where like Fischl can be like a DPS for a bit, and then somebody like Tartaglia can be a DPS for a bit. And you could even run like a sub DPS Kazuha like I do and just kind of get through this really easily. You saw that wasn't too much of a problem there. That was actually quite easy. So yeah, this is quite a viable team in endgame content. Let's go ahead and move on to the next team comp. This next team comp is one that I've been meaning to show you guys for a while, and it really isn't that different from the last one. It has Fischl and Xingqiu as well. They're just really good units, but this has Yanfei and Lisa. And the main reason I wanted to kind of make this is I wanted kind of a sniper team because Yanfei can attack from really far with her auto attacks, and I thought that was really fun. And she actually pairs really well with Lisa for overload, especially if enemies get close. You can pop Lisa's Q, and then you can have Yanfei there, and then Yanfei is going to be able to launch everything out of the circle and keep everything away from you. And then if you have somebody like Fischl there, she's going to allow the overload to happen from farther away. And you're also going to get that dual electro resonance there. It's going to be giving you some elemental energy there that allows Lisa to get her ult more often, because Lisa does have a high cost ult, and I thought that was one of the worst things about her. So having somebody like Yanfei here and then Lisa here as our like sub DPS, and then Fischl and Xingqiu just supporting is really nice. You get a lot of reactions. You get overload constantly, you get vaporize constantly, and you get electro charge constantly. The only problem with this team, of course, is not having a shielder or really a dedicated healer. Xingqiu is not that great of a healer without something like the hydro resonance that we had earlier. So maybe somebody like Barbara could work here, but I think maybe the best replacement is probably going to be somebody like Diona or Bennett. Kind of the usual flow here. You could even put Jean in here, but I think Diona works here really well because then you still have the melt potential there, but sometimes you're going to get those superconduct reactions, which I think is kind of annoying. And I really like the electrocharge stuff that happens along here, and you just get absolutely ridiculous amount of reactions. So you guys will see what I'm talking about in just a second. But I did want to note that I don't think this team is nearly as effective in in-game content. Or at least I haven't been able to really test it out because these characters aren't really leveled up for in-game content as much as they should be, so just keep that in mind. We're gonna go back in on the Pyro Regisvine here, and just to kind of show you guys the amount of reactions you can get off is freaking hilarious, and I wanted to show that off in particularly. So let's go ahead and just take note of how many reactions are going on at once here, and how kind of crazy that can get. You see we're getting vaporize, overload, and electrocharge constantly. It is just kind of ridiculous and pretty effective, as you can tell. And that's just kind of the aspect of this team that I wanted to show off, is how ridiculous the reactions can get there and just how many you're getting. But let's go ahead and show it off, kind of what it's meant for. So yeah, I mentioned this is kind of a sniper comp team, and that's really where it's going to excel, is hanging back here and just dealing damage like that. This really works well, especially if you have that Odyssey 6, like I mentioned before. You see these guys can't really get close to us, and they all get kind of stunned. And when they do get close, you can do something like Lisa's ult here, and just kind of keep them at bay. You can also stop your resistance to interruption here with somebody like Xing Shou giving you the swords, which is really nice. And that's kind of the gist of this team and how it works. You notice they're really not that good at getting close to us here. This definitely does have some flaws, especially with like one of the stealth guys that go invisible. Those guys can really get through, and there's definitely some other flaws, like we were fighting some range characters there that were hitting us, but for the most part it's really good at keeping enemies back, and really fun for just kind of like open world stuff. As I said, I don't really think this is endgame content worthy. At least I can't really say that until I get out the main DPS like Yanfei or Lisa here a little bit more, so I can't really say too much on that yet, but it's still a really fun team, and that's kind of what I wanted to show to you guys, especially if you're interested in an Overload comp, because I know Overload has just kind of been shafted for a while, and you know, now it's not necessarily as bad, especially if you have somebody like Yanfei who kind of wants enemies to be further away. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this and showing off, you know, some team comps that I've been enjoying to you guys, and I hope to continue making these. But as I said, let me know what you guys want to see in these kinds of videos for me showing off the team, or if you want me to provide any additional information, etc., as I would really like to make these videos as good as possible, as I do want to do them going forward. But I hope you guys enjoyed regardless, and I do have a couple more videos coming up, especially surrounding Kazuha. I have plenty of stuff that I want to make regarding him, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. My name is Blossoms, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.